Welcome to another edition of Biloxi A to Z, your guide to what's happening in Biloxi. We'll have the latest on the future of a local landmark, the White House Fountain. There's a Citizens Police Academy opening in Biloxi, and it's looking for some first-class citizens like you. Yet another public pier has opened in Biloxi, and we'll show you where. Then there's the COVID-19 report, some happy white pelicans on Back Bay, and your weekend preview, which includes a Visitor Center Arts and Crafts open house for you last-minute shoppers, and this weekend, there's a Christmas parade in Ward 2. No doubt, lots to cover, but we begin today with a familiar face and a familiar cause, helping others in their greatest time of need. Joining me now is retired Biloxi Fire Chief Joe Boney. Hello, Joseph.
How are you?
I knew the first time I heard about some calamity that I was going to be hearing from you. And in all sincerity, you have a serious one right now that you started, just yesterday?
Yeah, it was quick. It was pretty quick. You know, we were, me and the chief from Iowa, fire department, little town, New Sharon, Iowa, that we team up with for these disasters. We're trying to figure something to do, but we knew we couldn't get a group together to go right here at Christmas. So we decided we were going to wait till after Christmas to go up and do some work, but we really wanted to do something and we couldn't figure out what it was. And I was laying in bed the other night and I remembered a bunch of retired New York firefighters came down after Katrina and brought toys for children for Christmas. And I thought that was such a nice thing to do. I mean, this community, anybody that was affected by that remembers that. And what joy it brought to them and their children. So I said, man, we can do this. I know it's going to be tight. So I woke up and that next morning, and me and my wife talked about it, and we discussed it. And she urged me. She said, yeah, you need to look into that.
All right. So tell people how they can help. It's called Christmas in Kentucky?
Christmas for Kentucky.
Christmas for Kentucky.
Yeah. What we're doing is we're asking people to donate a new unwrapped gift. It doesn't matter, or
for a child.
Toy, right, for a child, up to about 12, 15 years old would probably be the maximum. But we don't want any clothing, mostly toys or any kind of gift that a child between 1 and 12 or 15.
You don't have to spend a lot of money on this. You don't have to be extravagant, but I think the big thing that we're asking people to do is just help spread a little cheer to these people who need it the most.
There are a lot of people helping them. From what I understand, they're getting a lot of help, but not this kind of help. Okay,
so tell people what's going to happen whenever they drop it off here at Biloxi, one of our fire stations, which we're going to go into that in a minute. How's it going to get from here to there, and where's it going?
Okay, it will be picked up and brought to a central location. We will put it in a truck, and it will be shipped up to Brennan, Kentucky.
And this is a little community outside of Bowling Green.
Right.
How'd you come up with this community?
We were searching for people to help, and we found this. The chief from Iowa was the one that found them.
Okay.
He called the state EOC, and they kind of put him to them because they understood they were trying to do some type of toy drive. So
gotcha. So we were directed this way by the head people up there where we could do the most good.
Right.
And your message to people in Biloxi right now is to please bring an unwrapped toy for a child. And I got to ask you, do you remember where the 10 fire stations are in Biloxi? Let people know.
Oh, absolutely. You have
start at 1.
All right, Station 1 is at Porter Avenue and Irish Hill, 170 Porter Avenue. Station 2, or East End, is on the east end of town on the
Howard Avenue.
Howard Avenue, just east of Oak Street. Station 3 is on the corner of Parker and Elder.
The Back Bay station, where we want to thank our friends at Scarlet Pearl. We put the word out the next morning. What'd they do?
They brought a bunch of toys. That's awesome. That's a great start.
Okay, Station 4.
Station 4 is on Veterans Avenue, just a block off of the beach.
The Lee Chin station.
Right,
5.
5 is on Pass Road.
Bay Vista.
Bay Vista Fire Station.
6.
6 is on Pops Ferry Road, north of the bay.
By the Margaret Sherry Library.
Across from the soccer complex.
You're doing good so far. 7.
7 is on Pops Ferry as well, and it's just east of Cedar Lake Road on Pops Ferry.
Cedar Pops there. Yeah, I think you had something to do with that one. Station 8.
Station 8 is up in Wool Market, up on Old Wool Market Road.
You had to think about that one.
That one took me a minute.
Old Wool Market Road, Station 9.
9 is on Oaklawn Road. It's going towards I can't remember the name of the little area. But
We got it on the screen. Station 10.
Station 10 is on Old Highway 67.
One of our newer
Yes,
stations.
and it's just east of Cedar Lake Road there.
We kid around about this, but however, this is an important drive. We have a deadline of Sunday at 6 o'clock.
Right.
That's this Sunday, December 19th. Right. Tell people why this is important.
Because we have to get it shipped out Monday. It's got to leave Monday. So we have to have everything by Sunday evening so we can load it and get it out on the road Monday. Tuesday, we're going to arrive there and we're going to set everything up. And Wednesday, we're going to do the distribution. Thursday, we're going to hurry back home for Christmas. So,
Joe Boney, thank you for your continuing efforts.
Absolutely. You know, it was funny. I was talking to a young man today, and he was telling me, "Man, I'm thinking about getting in the fire department." And I said, "Well, it's a great opportunity. It's a great thing. But remember, it's a service-oriented job. The fire department serves the community, and when you retire, that doesn't go away. You still want to serve people." So
great for this city, and we're very proud of all the Biloxians who have come out so far. But let's make this happen by Sunday at 6 o'clock. Your local Biloxi fire station. And now this.
Joining me today is Captain Thomas Goldsworthy with the Biloxi Police Department. Thanks for joining me today.
No problem, appreciate it.
There's always a lot going on in the police department, I know, but you have something new that's coming up in January, something that the citizens can get involved in. Tell us about that.
So basically what we're doing is we're giving the opportunity for people in the community to see what we do as a police officer. Not just the patrol officer, but every aspect. Not just the police officer, but the dispatchers, the front desk clerks. So all those little parts that make things happen. How, we handle our finance because it costs money for equipment, different things like that. There's so many little jobs that you can do other than be a police officer. But the most important everyday interaction is the patrol officer. So they're the backbone. So it gives a whole picture of that all the way through the dispatch and the investigators.
So the citizens, what will they be doing? How will they get this information or this lesson, I guess? Will they have hands-on? Will they get to go into the department and see how things are going on?
They'll actually be able to interact with officers. The officers are the ones that are going to be teaching. So it's not just instructors coming in, but it's actual police officers. So investigators will be teaching about investigations, the crime unit, our CSI, the crime scene. Everybody has this image of what crime scene is from Hollywood.
True.
But they'll actually get to see how crime scene is able to get fingerprints, not just the powder, but there's different techniques, why they do what they do. So they'll actually get to process something. They'll make a fake object with fingerprints and let them process and see how they get a print. So they'll be able to do some interactive stuff like that in addition to the classroom.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So it's the Citizens Police Academy, and it starts January the 4th. And where does it take place and what times?
It'll be at the Biloxi Police Department, 170 Porter Avenue. It'll be in the courtroom section for most part, but there'll be days that we're going to move around, which they'll be notified in the previous class where to meet at. And then at the end, those that make it through the whole program will get to do a ride-along. We'll schedule a day that they actually get to ride in the police unit and get to go to certain calls and ride around the city of Biloxi and see how the officer actually does his job.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That sounds like something interesting just for the public to know. And if anybody's out there that's interested in becoming a police officer, I think it's a good insight to see what they do to find out if that's really what they want to do as a career.
Yeah, it's the first steps. You can see and you can decide, okay, this is something I want to do. We have a lot of people that are borderline on it, and they're trying to decide. This is a good chance for them to come in, get a whole picture, and then actually meet the officers and interact. And if you've ever wanted to stop an officer and just say, hey, how you doing? This is a chance to come into a classroom environment, interact with them, get to know them, and see that they're a person just like you.
True, true. No, so tell me about the class dates, the class times, and what are the qualifications or requirements for someone to become part of the academy?
So January 4th is when we're going to start the first one, the inaugural, and it goes all the way to March 15th. And the class times are 6:30 to 9:30, and there's going to be breaks in between and everything. And all you need to do is fill out the application. You can contact us through either our website or the City of Biloxi website, our Facebook page, or call our office, 385-3033, and we can get you the information, get your email, mail you application, email you application, or you can come to the front desk and pick up one. Now once you're done with it, drop it off at the front desk, and we do a background check, because we're a police agency and there's confidential information, so we have to make sure we don't have anybody there that shouldn't be there.
That makes sense. So, and is there a qualification for age and residency?
21 on up, Harrison County area. I've had some people in their 70s and 80s call and say, is my age a problem? It's not a problem. The hands-on stuff is voluntary. If you're comfortable with doing it, it's nothing too wild or crazy. So you tell us. If you don't want to do the hands-on, you just want to observe your classmates doing it, that's fine. If you want to participate, you get to participate, and it's a chance to actually see for yourself what we do.
That's awesome. This is pretty cool. And we were talking about before the show that this can also open the door for some volunteer opportunities?
Yes, we're starting another program called Volunteer in Policing, VIP. So with VIP, those volunteers will become part of a committee and a group that work with us and be able to go out into the community when we do certain events and participate by helping us. So if we have like a health fair or an event with a school or Chamber of Commerce, if they want to come out, hand out brochures, answer questions, because they're going to be more knowledgeable about the job and what we do, they can help the officers, because right now it's pretty much a point when it's hard to get officers available. We're busy, hiring constantly. So this will give us the opportunity to have people out there helping, answering questions, and be able to explain some things for us. And, just participate in stuff that we do and get to see the community themselves.
Awesome. It sounds like a great program, a great way for the police department to interact with the community to find out what's going on in the police department, and, like I said, open doors for volunteering. If anybody wants to contact you, how can they get in touch with you?
They can just call that phone number I provided, or, the City Biloxi email. Either way of doing that, and just go from there.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for having me. I hope you have a full class, and I hope that the class continues. Thank you very much.
No problem.
You've seen it dormant for the past couple of years right down there on Highway 90. Its inner workings are damaged by salt water from one storm or another. And then, of course, there's the incessant sand. The inundation of sand has been removed, and with the beautification and maintenance efforts on Highway 90, Biloxi Public Works Director Billy Ray Allen reports that more improvements are on the way. A new pump has been ordered to power the streams of water over the two pools of this high-profile 1920s landmark. In fact, the city has even ordered a backup pump to make sure it's on hand. A brick mason is going to repair the bricks lining the edge of the fountain, and one day soon, the goal is to have the waters dancing again in front of the historic White House Hotel. And finally, the city announced the opening of 4 municipal piers on Back Bay the other day, and now some more great news. The Coliseum Pier in West Biloxi on Highway 90, west of Beauvoir Road, is now open to the fishing and sightseeing public.
And now for the latest on the coronavirus. With cold temperatures and a public that's nearly 60% unvaccinated, new cases are on the rise just in time for the holidays. As of Thursday, December the 16th, the health department reports more than 700 new cases of the virus statewide in a 24-hour period. 4 deaths were also reported. In Harrison County, 29 new COVID-19 cases were reported on Thursday and no new deaths. Overall, more than 500,000 cases of the virus have been reported throughout Mississippi since the pandemic began in early 2020. Statewide, more than 10,300 Mississippians have died from COVID-19. In Harrison County, more than 35,000 cases of the virus have been reported, with 561 deaths. At the hospitals, as of December the 15th, more than 250 people were in Mississippi hospitals with COVID-19. 78 of those were in the intensive care units. Along the coast, 7 people were hospitalized with the virus, and 4 of those were in intensive care units. As for Mississippi's vaccination rate, as of December the 16th, still only 44% of the population is fully vaccinated. As for Harrison County, still only 43% of residents are reported as fully vaccinated, according to the health department. For more information about vaccinations, links to appointments, and safety protocols, visit the city's website at biloxi.ms.us, or you may call the Mississippi COVID-19 hotline at 877-978-6453 to schedule a COVID-19 vaccination. Well, it looks like rain is expected tonight and throughout the weekend. Temperatures are forecast to be mild on Saturday, but Sunday is expected to be cooler with a high of 60 and a low of 44. Tonight, the Biloxi Parks and Recreation Department is hosting its annual Special Needs Christmas Dance from 6 to 9 at the Donald Snyder Community Center on Pass Road. Admission is one unwrapped gift, no more than $10. Over at the Biloxi Visitor Center, vendors will be set up selling items during the center's holiday open house. The event will take place Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is free. And don't forget to pick up a limited edition ornament. On Sunday, Santa Claus will be at the Fire Museum from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. The event is free and includes snacks and music. Also this weekend, the inaugural City of Biloxi Ward 2 Christmas Parade is set to roll in downtown Biloxi at 2 p.m. on Saturday along Division Street. Following the parade at John Henry Beck Park, there will be a toy giveaway, hot chocolate and cookies, and more. As of this recording, the parade is still rolling, but keep a lookout on the city's Facebook page for any updates or cancellations. For more information and other happenings, check out the Biloxi Community Calendar on the city's website at biloxi.ms.us and in the December edition of B News Monthly. We leave you today on Back Bay at a makeshift feeding station where the white pelicans and other fowl fill the bill. Enjoy, and we will see you here next week.